Hello and welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel, to the Ultimate Racing League. This is round 4 of our BTCC Replica Championship from Tokyo Central Loop. So straight to that grid then for race 2. So we've got Grasshopper in pole position, Thomas in second, Seabroad in third, James Stevens fourth, Molson fifth, Gingerbread Sam in sixth, Kevin seventh, Benzo eighth, Serial Car Killer in ninth, Potsy in 10th. So we have another cracking race like we did in race 1. Lights go out, cars go. Good clean start by everybody. Great start from Seabroad's already up the inside of Grasshopper. Gets that done pretty quick off the line, that WRX. Now, he took the early lead, didn't he, in race 1, Seabroad. Let's see if he can do it again. But this time, let's see if he can stick it out to the end. I'm talking 30 seconds into this already, but there you go. And he does get the lead off of Thomas, or does he? Thomas is still there on the inside. No, lets him have it, but Thomas, oh, and a big moment for Seabroad. He's going to lose a few spots there. Maybe a couple anyway. Grasshopper's up the side of him as well. Does he get that done? James right behind him too. James might follow through as well. He does. Not in that sense, but he did follow Grasshopper through. Gets himself up into third, so Seabroad all the way back to fourth then. Had that big moment, didn't he? Twitch at the back, hit the wall, slowed his momentum completely, and that was the end of that. Molson, 5th place. Gingerbread, Sam in 6th, so better showing here from Gingerbread. That'd be more like it from him. And then we got Kev and Benzo fighting it out in 7th and 8th. Serial in 9th, Potsy behind them in 10th. Oh, big moment for Benzo and Kev, both hit the wall. Serial's going to have a little sniff of that, is he? Yeah, up the inside of Benzo. Up to 8th goes Serial. Oh, lots of sliding around. I don't think that's even lag. I do generally believe that it's the sliding of the cars going so quick round this course. There's Potsy in 10th. Thomas then heads it up. James is going with him. James wants a better finish this time. He knows he lost some valuable points there in race 1 after that mistake that nearly took him into the pit lane. So Grasshopper third, so Grasshopper up there again. NSXs seem to be doing quite well around here tonight. But then they should feel at home really, shouldn't they? This little battle between Seabroad and Molson. Seabroad does like to slide that car, doesn't he? And well, we know what happened in race 1. He kept sliding it. Molson didn't. And it was Molson who got the position in the end. Oh, Molson, I think, just had a touch of the wall there. Didn't slow him down though, did it? Look at him go right up the back now, Seabroad. There's going to be, in all these races, only seconds between the entire field when they cross the line. There's no doubt about that. Such is the speed and pace of this circuit, and the cars themselves going flat out around here, that there's not going to be a big gap between any of the cars really, unless you have a really big major off somewhere. There's Kevin 6th place. Who's been taken, who took Gingerbread, I should say. Gingerbread's dropped back down to 7th then. Benzo in 8th, behind him, Potsy 9th. Serial order back down to 10th, so Serial's obviously had a moment. Because, oh look, there's the moment on that back right hand quarter. Dents galore. And that's not the sponsor on the car. Serial in 10th. He'd be kicking himself there. He had a good race in race 1, didn't he? Not as good as this man, mind you, Thomas, who leading this group again, looking strong again. The Alpha being quick again. But James, he's not letting him get away really, is he? He's trying all he can, James, to be as smooth and steady as possible. Oh, I think Grasshopper went a bit wide there, might have touched that wall, didn't quite catch it on shot, but looked like he was running wide. Yeah, it looks like it. He's slowed down, doesn't it? But James is certainly giving Thomas a little bit of something to think about, at least at the moment, 5 minutes in. So, as I touched on earlier, James had a disaster for him in race 1 really, so be looking to not only minimise the damage of points that he lost there, but just to give a bit of a good showing of himself here in race 2. Well, we know that he can do it. Obviously, we've seen in the previous 3 rounds that he can get himself up there. But it's a different proposition when you're in a street circuit with high walls and barriers either side within a few feet of where you're sitting. So doing well at the moment though here in race 2. Grasshopper in 3rd, so could get another podium here in race 2 if things stay as they are at the moment. And then a bit of a gap back to his teammate Molson in 4th, still being chased down by Sue Broad. These two seem to be the two that are joined tonight. As having his battles in race 1, having his battle in race 2. The trouble is, you don't want to be battling too much, otherwise you're going to be losing ground. Oh, hit from Sue Broad. That might put a little bit of pressure off of Molson after that hit. So 4th for him, Sue Broad in 5th, Kevin 6th. And that GTR. Gingerbread 7th. Flat through here, just flat all the way. All the way through the tunnel. And then you get to the next right hand corner. It's a little bit tighter, but you just need maybe just a slight dab of the brakes there, just to straighten the car up, and you can good to go. Throttle back down and flat again, straight away down to the next tunnel section. And there's Benzo in 8th, Potsy 9th, still having her own little battle at the back there. Serial doing all he can to try and catch him up, but he's quite a way back and going to find it difficult to get back into the gang now. So Thomas, our leader, he's still what appears to be just creeping away slightly from James in 2nd. The gap's just increased. You know, actually quite a big gap now. And maybe James is falling back into the clutches of Grasshopper. Let's have a look at the gap between these two. No, it's, well, not any immediate danger. Probably all about the same, really, if I'm honest, between the top 3. But then there's a big gap back to 4th, back to Molson. So don't think we're looking anywhere else for the top 3 here in race 2 than who's there at the moment. I think what we'll do is we'll go on board with Thomas for a lap around the central loop here at Tokyo. As he comes around that final bend now, let's go on board, and this is his view. Drop of the gears there for turn 1. It's flat through here, you don't need to drop down anything here, just flat, flat, flat now. Up another gear in a sec. We might not bother actually, might just stay in fifth. And just a feather around there, stay in fifth gear now. Flat down to the next tunnel. Imagine he'll drop it down the gear here. Yeah, down to fourth. Now up. Down again. Around this snaky section. Now up again, surely. Yep. Flat through this left-hander. Now you're going to have to brake here. This is quite tight, this one. So maybe down 2 gears here. No, he just goes down to 1. Oh, big hit from the wall there from Thomas, but that'll be okay. He's got the time. Down to 3rd, so he did drop down another gear there coming out the final corner. And there's your lap of Central Loop, Tokyo. And here's 2nd and 3rd. And, well, it looks like Grasshopper is catching James a little bit. 10 minutes or 11 minutes gone. Is there enough time for Grasshopper to get that 2nd place? And I think there is. If he can get closer and get himself into the slip of James, and he's certainly got the opportunity, but I think he's got to rely on James making a little mistake ahead of him first, maybe. That's what he's hoping for anyway, I'm sure. Great section this bit, love this bit myself round here, absolutely flat all the way through till the next tightish left-hander at this point here. And that's a difficult corner that, you can easily hit that barrier on the right hand side. So Molson, back to Molson, his teammate in 4th. See Broad now dropped off the back of him in 5th, but he's not under any danger in 5th place there, so looks like he'll settle for that. Kevin 6th, Ginger Bread in 7th, so is a better showing from him. Couldn't get any worse, let's be honest. Benzo in 8th. Oh, that's wide, and that's a big hit from Benzo. Fortunately, Potsy's not that close behind him to have any effect on his position. Obviously would have slowed him down, but it'd be okay there. Potsy 9th, Cyril. Well, he's just going to see this one out, isn't he, in 10th. But Thomas then, back to our leader again, and got this one covered. And Grasshopper has caught him, and there you go. So now he's in striking distance of James. So can Grasshopper get that 2nd place off him? And with what, 2 minutes left, it's going to happen. It's got to happen, surely. I'll be surprised if James can keep the NSX behind him for the remainder of this race. He's going to try all he can, obviously. Oh, and just how much pressure can he cope with behind, and he's just got to try and cover as much as he can, but at the same time focus on what he's doing ahead. Let's stick with this. Now opportunity maybe for Grasshopper now. Can he get him up here? It's a tough place to pass. You wouldn't want to be passing through here. Oh, and he did have a look. Oh, it's a slight tag, but it just drops back a bit. So he did just tag the back of James, but there was nothing in it really. But it was a small touch, but he dropped back anyway. So he's got to do that again now. Try and get back onto the back of James. Oh, and he's hit the barrier again, I think. Grasshopper the wall, and it's just shutting his momentum down a bit as we enter the last minute now. So maybe James can hold him off until the end. They're going to get another lap, obviously, and another lap of pressure that he's going to have to endure. You can visibly see his head, can't you, in the cockpit, checking his mirrors, checking where Grasshopper is. I think he needs to just concentrate on going what's ahead of him and going forward and not worry about what Grasshopper's doing behind him. And that'll sort itself out. And he might do it, you know, he might actually keep him behind him. So, oh, and that's close now. And another little touch, a bit of smoke where they touch bodywork. Again, little tag, I think, and that might be the moment. That might be where it's gone for Grasshopper. James will probably get this second place. Let's go back to our leader, though, as we see him. We'll see what happens with the second and third place as they come to the line. But coming to the line is Thomas for victory number 2 tonight here in race 2. Congratulations, 2 out of 2 for Thomas. Now James, yeah, easy in the end, so he did hold off the pressure. Grasshopper's going to get third. Well done, Molson, fourth. So another good one for Molson in fourth place. Coming around the final bend now. Seabroad will get that 5th place. With Kevin 6th, Gingerbread in 7th, Benzo 8th, Potsy 9th, and Serial in 10th. So race 2, that's that. Race 3 coming up for you. Join me again soon, and I'll see you then.